The Indian government has approved the introduction of the death penalty for those who rape children under 12. The executive order was cleared at a special cabinet meeting chaired by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The decision comes in the wake of a series of high-profile child rape cases, some involving members of the governing party at the BJP. Well, with me is the BBC's RAHUL Joglekar. Rahul, we were saying you felt the sense of momentum building for this announcement.
Absolutely, Philippa. Just a few days ago, when the Indian Prime Minister travelled to London and addressed members of the Indian diaspora here in London, people were sort of wondering whether he will or will he not mention the word rape in that address. And he did. And he said, in his words, he said rape is rape. And he also said that the time has come in India now when boys coming back home for the day must be questioned about where they were. And this was a sort of quite a strong statement coming out from the Prime Minister. And he said that people have always questioned Indian women, Indian girls, about where they've been, who they've been speaking to. So this, in many ways, I think, sort of set the foundation for what's for the announcement today.
But it also follows some outrage at a perceived lack of interest from very senior politicians.
Absolutely, that's right, Philippa. So, you know, when these two big incidents happen, and these relate to absolutely gruesome, incidents of an 8-year-old child who was raped in a temple, in a Hindu temple, and another story about a teenager who was raped. These are the sort of stories that shake India, and it's not as if this is sort of one case out of 100. 18,000 children were raped in 2016. So these are sort of staggering statistics. And the question really that a lot of people were asking is that why is the government not come out strongly about this? Why do we not see big statements by BJP-led government? I mean, it obviously has to be said that one minister did speak out about this, but people were angry in India that why is it that the Indian government isn't coming out more strongly about this.
There is also the question, though, isn't there, of whether alleged rapists will be convicted. I mean, a lot of people are brought to court and walk away.
That is true. I mean, the conviction rates in India remain abysmally low. Only about 3 to 4 men for every 10 men who are convicted of rape. And remember, by the time a case gets to a conviction, it often goes through a lot of heartburn for victims, for people involved, and they remain abysmally low. And the other thing is the sort of politics of this whole thing, because in 2012, when the gang rape that happened in Delhi that captured the imagination of the nation, people came out on the streets, and this almost became a kind of rallying cry for bringing down the government. And the previous government, many people say, collapsed because of one of the reasons being that people saw the government to be inactive, that the government didn't do much or didn't do enough to be able to make the country safe for its women. And that's the same question 6 years later, 5.5 years later, that the Modi government is grappling with. And I think to get to grips with that problem, this is the announcement that we've seen. How effective it will be, that remains to be seen. Really.
Yeah, but a huge criminal and political issue. Rahul, thank you very much.